All right, guys, I'm back. So as far as the last video you've seen, I just had to give you the rundown on things that are, kind of escalating and moving forward. Look at the weird things that happen throughout the pre-market and the regular market today. The pre-market, if again, if you're looking at it the way that I look at it, this is the way I look at it. The pre-market had crazy pumps in the energy sector, in the energy companies, and even the some meme stocks like Clove. You remember yesterday I mentioned in a video that it will do the same thing. I predicted that it will do the same thing OCGN did, Okugan, and look at it today. I mentioned even the percentages. I said, like anywhere between 15 to 20%, and it continued that 20% rise. It was like 20, 23, something like that. But I anticipated that it will drop right back down in the aftermarket. So we're gonna view that in now to see if it did the same exact thing that OCGN did. Guys, the writing on this play as well, like on this whole thing, is also all over the wall. One, now since we're in phase three, that I call phase three, and I'm the only one, guys, that is saying this, because I haven't seen anyone. Some people have been just giving people giving people the rundown, stalling them, or just reporting what's happening as it goes, and that way they're playing it safe or whatever. But this is not about playing. For me personally, there's not about playing. Again, the community deserves a lot better because we are all in this. So I called out phase one of what I think it was phase one. Phase two, as again, my theory on phase two, and now phase three that we're in. Let's just focus on that a little bit. Divide and conquer, and this is their strategy in this. They already put out all this FUD. They fed it to a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of YouTubers are taking it back to their nest of following. And again, it's so bizarre to the point where even again, guys, and I'm not pushing, I'm not promoting holding to 100,000 or 50,000 or whatnot, but in the same time, I'm not also telling, sell at 200 or 100 or whatever. But I'm also pointing out the math. I even had a video about lose numbers are a joke, because the math don't support the theories that this man is throwing. That's just from that. I'm not saying again he's a FUD. It's just that he's trying to play it safe, I think, especially for his sake. And he stated that many times that, hey, I'm going to be rich or whatever, and I'm going to be good. Good for the guy. But as far as for the rest of the community and the family, when you know that if these guys have the mantle, they will beat you up with it, upside down, sideways, any way possible you could think of and not even think of. But since we hold the mantle, and even if the institutes, let's think hypothetically, even if the institutes own all these shares that they say that they do, and majority of them are synthetics, as we know that, then we own still more than 80%. Even if we just own over 80% of the float, if that 80% is held up, then technically the price can never anyways be even under 72 or $73. That's because we went there without even any shorts covering. So technically those numbers that were reported by those channels, some YouTubers, are stupid. They're flat out stupid. It's the mantle is within our grasp. That again, and I'm going to keep repeating that, and a lot more videos to even come. We hold the mantle. When you have the power, we have all four stones, guys. Is it four in the Avengers? I think it was all four. Yeah, I think all four stones. So when we have that, we can only assume that we can dictate how things go down. Now, obviously, there are elements in the realistic world and no fairy tale world, But the way that works down is when it first starts its run up. When the shorts actually, when you're paying attention, if you want to see these things, then you pay attention to the shorts covering and the reporting, because after those rules are passed, the transparency rules and the reporting rules, then the second day, after every day, the second day, a lot of reporting happens. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to be given all the right numbers, but in the same time, at that point, that's all we got, is hopefully the SEC's umbrella, in ensuring that the reporting is going to be on point. Because again, that's something that no one is talking about. Let's think. The point is, I think very realistic, to the point where we try to take out whatever possible threat before it occurs, before it becomes a problem down the line. So we're going to have the SEC's umbrella, hoping that, they would do us right. But the way that you do it is by seeing the reporting. If they're covering their shorts, if they're not covering their shorts and the price is whatever, 200, 300, 400, 500, then what's the point? Like it makes no sense to sell, because the guys that are shorting is still holding, which also makes no sense, because how are they still not getting margin called? So there is the nail in the coffin, guys. Here's what I wanted to lead you up to, and this is the point. If a margin call occurs, then this whole event cannot be controlled anymore, because the only way, when last time something like this happened to Robinhood, the only way they were able to stop the squeeze from happening was by pulling the button. Something illegal. Like, that's illegal. You cannot do that. Okay, nevertheless, they got away with it. But we're here now, and we're talking about today. They don't want this squeeze to happen due to or via a margin call. Because if margin calls occur, then the whole thing cannot be managed. Yes, rest assured, you will see stupid numbers, 50, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, whatever, crazy numbers. Because again, it's just, it runs out of control. But they're trying to do this without any margins occurring. That's right. That you heard it correctly from me. This is my theory on this thing, guys. It doesn't have to be correct. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but the only thing they don't want is, I personally think, is a margin call. So therefore, if I see no shorts covering, even when there is a run up, then what's the sense in me of selling? That's my personal agenda on this. Like, why would I sell if I know the shorts haven't covered? I'll come back for part 3.